Life Foundation presents How to Use a Plant Press. Step 1. All the bits and pieces. For the foundation of our plant press, you're going to need these two big pieces of wood right here. We're going to smush everything in between these two boards. Next pieces is these 3 pieces of corrugated cardboard. They're small to fit the size of our boards. Now, it's important that you realize that this is corrugated, which means there's holes on the inside to let air pass through. This is important for the preservation process. Next part is the newspaper, or if you have it, you can use blotting paper. This helps wick away moisture away from our plants. And the last piece is a tension belt. This way it'll keep everything nice and tight together, so it really presses out all that water. Step 2. What can we press? Well, pretty much anything. I have a couple examples with me here. You can press grasses. They press really nicely. You can also press leaves. Leaves are another good one too. And lastly, of course, you can press flowers as well. Step 3. Time to set it all up. We're once again going to start with our baseboards. Turn your baseboards like so, and we're ready to begin. The next thing you're going to want to do is grab your cardboard, your 2 pieces of cardboard. Take one piece and put it on one side of the board, and take another piece and do exactly like you did on the other. Now, make sure that all of them are facing the same direction. This is important for actual pressing. Now we're going to grab pieces of newspaper. Once you have your newspaper, put one piece here and mirror it on the other side as well with one piece. Now, once again, make sure they're all going the same direction. This is imperative for when you're pressing plants. Step 4. Fixing up the plants. Now for the fun part of flower pressing. We finally get to use our flowers and all the other foliage. So go ahead and grab a flower, a grass, or a leaf, and go ahead and set it onto your one side of your newspaper. Now you may notice that my flower doesn't quite fit. It's a little long, and no matter how I position my flower, it doesn't quite stay completely on the newspaper. This is important. Your flower or any other plant that you have needs to fit completely on the newspaper. Just like mine, it doesn't fit quite right. So we're going to have to go ahead and snap a piece off. I'm going to break mine right about here. Now that I've removed part of the stem, the whole flower should fit firmly on the newspaper. Like I said, this is important. If your whole plant doesn't fit on the newspaper, it won't press correctly. Now moving on to my leaf is very tiny, very small, so it should have no problem fitting just about anywhere on the newspaper. Next is my grass. Now my grass is a little bit longer, not as big as my flower, but not as small as my leaf. So we're actually going to try to see if we can fit it. It kind of fits like this. It overlaps the flower a little bit, but there should be enough room like this. But if I wasn't satisfied with kind of how this was arranged and I didn't want to break it, I could just bend my plant. So you see this bend, and once we find a position that we like, we're going to go ahead and solidify that bend or bent, and we're just going to press down with our fingers to make sure it stays, just like this. So you still have the full plant, but it fits much more nicer on the page, sharing space with both the leaf and the flower. Once we have everything, make sure that you press everything down correctly, because flowers and plants tend to be a little 3D. And you're just going to lay your newspaper on top once you're satisfied with how you have everything arranged. And make sure everything fits underneath the newspaper. If anything sticks out, it won't dry right. Now take your cardboard and put it on top of that second layer of newspaper. And once you've done that, you're finally going to put the top board on. Step 5. Pull it tight. With everything assembled, we can finally move on to the last step. So go ahead and grab your tension belt. Slightly move your assembled plant press out of the way. You're going to take your belt and you're going to pull it tight across the table, just like this. Now you're going to put your plant press right back in about the center of the belt. As I move mine really quickly and set it down gently because we don't want to mess anything up, go ahead and make sure that your belt buckle is in the center of your wood plank. Now you're going to take the other half of the strap, pull it tight underneath the board, and then find the end of your belt and put it through the teeth of your belt buckle. This part that clips right here, you're going to put it in between the small little rod and those little teeth guys. That's going to grab your belt and make sure it's on tight. So just feed it through like so, just like that. I'm going to pull mine back over my board. Make sure that your belt buckle is all centered in the center of your board, And now I'm going to recenter it. What we're finally going to do is make sure it's tight underneath, press down that belt buckle, and pull the rest of the loose strap through. And pull really tight because you want to make sure that everything stays together and nice and pressed. And once it's done, you're finished. Good job!